What's going on, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. Before we jump into today's video, man, you should have known what you should have been did, brother. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. We trying to save the world. We trying to save as many people as we can. So make sure you hit that post notification bell so you don't miss whenever I upload another video. Now, look, as you can see by today's title, we're going to be talking about why edging is going to lead to a relapse. Brothers, edging is not good in no way, shape, or form. Trust me, I've been there. I've experienced it. I've lived it. I've relapsed from edging. You get what I'm saying? So anybody out there who's, trying to argue or say otherwise, that edging is not going to lead to a relapse, you are deceived. You have been bamboozled. Like, why don't you think, what makes you think edging is not going to lead to a relapse? I remember a few months ago, when I was really not saying that I'm not taking retention seriously now, but when I first learned about retention a few months ago, not even a few months ago, but when I first started getting into retention, I was watching an Ice Cold JT video. Shout out to Ice Cold JT. And he came up with an analogy of what edging is. And he basically said edging is, think about standing like at the edge of a cliff, right? And you're like, oh shoot, should I jump? Should I not jump? Or you can think about it like somebody about to jump off a bridge or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if YouTube is gonna censor that, but think about it that way. Think about it that way. So you got someone standing at the edge of a cliff, and they're like, oh man, should I jump? Should I not jump? Should I jump? That is what edging basically is. You're basically trying to say to yourself, should I release? Should I not release? Your dopamine levels are trying to experience that euphoria feeling. So when you're just laying there like, oh, should I release? Should I not release? You're basically playing with yourself. You're playing with your seed. You're playing with your life force. So why do you wanna risk wasting your life force by edging? To me personally, I feel like when you edge, you're kinda taking away some of the benefits. Because trust and believe, when you edge, you're gonna feel guilty afterwards. And I said this in one of my videos. You're gonna feel guilty about what you did. It's gonna stick in your subconscious mind that you was playing with yourself, bro. It's not rocket science, man. When you edge, it's gonna lead to your demise. When you're laying there in the darkness, playing with yourself, seeing if you can hold back a release, you might not release right then and there, but the more you keep feeding that dopamine high, the more you keep feeding your flesh, one day you will just bust. You're just gonna explode because you're going to want to feel that feeling. We all been there. We all been there. Let's say you watching a good scene on the hub, right? And you're like, man, she look really good. Man, she look really good. You know what I'm saying? She look really good. She going crazy. That's going to do something in your mind, brothers. I'm not a scientist, but that's going to do something in your mind. That's going to make you want to feel that euphoria feeling. That's going to make you want to feel that orgasmic feeling. And bros, we don't get on retention to edge. We don't get on retention to live the best of both worlds. You can't be out here saying I'm on retention, but behind closed doors, you're edging. I've been there before. When I was spiraling down on my retention journey a few months ago, I was edging. I'm going to keep it a buck. I was edging. And I didn't release right then and there, but best believe it caught up to me. It caught up to me, bros. It's kind of like karma. What goes around comes around. When you playing with yourself, eventually, what the seeds you sowed in that very moment in the dark, the seeds you sowed right then and there is going to catch up to you. It's like karma. It's so many analogies I can come up with just from edging. Brothers, you're not gaining anything from edging but a relapse. And why do you want to release your semen to a scene on the hub? Why do you want to release your semen to two people fornicating that you don't even know? You have no business watching a scene of two people fornicating. There's no reason to be edging, brothers. Because when you're edging, you're going to notice that you start pre-ejaculating. And you're going to see some coming out. You know, I'm not trying to get too technical, but you're going to see some of your seed coming out. And that's when you probably going to stop yourself like, oh, let me stop. Because I don't want no more coming out. Think about your semen as your battery. Think about your semen as a full battery, or the battery that's on your phone. Every time you edge and you pre-ejaculate, your battery is only going down. It's probably not going all the way down in that very moment, but just know it's going down. It's going down. Every time you know what I'm saying, you're playing with yourself, it's going down. Think about it as a battery, brothers. So stop edging. Stop edging. I don't care what nobody says. There's no benefits to edging. There's no benefits. It doesn't matter if you go it doesn't matter if you're cold turkey on retention. That doesn't justify the fact that you should go and edge. It's not people acting like I mean, I guess you can say when you go cold turkey, you're going to receive withdrawal symptoms from not watching the hub. I guess you could say that. But at that point, it's just you as a man, you have to know how to control those urges. You have to know how to control those lustful thoughts. Pray to the Most High whenever you feel weary, brothers. He will carry you through. He will carry you from destruction. Whenever you feel the urge to edge, pray to the Most High, brothers. Humble yourself and pray to the Most High, so he can deliver you from all those lustful thoughts. Because 9 times out of 10, if you leaning on your own understanding, the enemy is going to tell you, okay, go ahead and edge. Go ahead and edge. There's nothing wrong with edging. There's nothing wrong with just, you know, there's nothing wrong. The enemy is going to tell you in your head, there's nothing wrong with just, you know, wanking off a little bit. As long as you don't release, there's nothing wrong with wanking off a little bit. And I don't know where I came up with wanking, but you get the point. That's what the enemy is going to play in your mind. And you who's not leading on the Most High's understanding, you're going to be deceived. You're going to be deceived because you want to be comfortable. You don't want to be a masculine man. You want to be comfortable and edge. Name a masculine man who's out here edging. Name a successful person who's edging. If you consider yourself a successful person, why are you edging? You can't reach success if you're still edging. And let's just keep it a buck. So brothers, man, we have to take our power back. Stop going back to the scenes. Stop going back to the sites thinking you're not going to release. Because you're only fooling yourself. You're not fooling nobody else. You're just fooling yourself. You're playing yourself, man. Don't play yourself out here. Don't be deceived by your own self. And I should make that on a t-shirt. Don't be deceived by your own self, brothers. Because trust me, you're going to want to feed into those lustful thoughts by edging. Oh, I'm going to look at this scene, but I'm going to just not release. You're coming up with all the excuses in the book as to why you should edge. Whole time you don't notice it, but you're spiraling down. And edging is, I made a video on how to know you're about to relapse. And I don't remember if I brought up edging, but that's another way to know you're about to relapse. When you start to edge, when you start to say like, oh man, I'm gonna just edge, but I'm gonna try not to relapse. That's how you know you're about to relapse, because you start edging. You start you a man on retention. Let's say you 30 days in, and you're like, oh man, I've been 30 days plus. So I guess a little edging wouldn't hurt. you're just gonna fall back into that comfortable state of mind. And that is not where you want to be on retention. You don't want to have an idle mind. You don't want to be edging, brothers. You don't. So that was the video for today, man. I hope you guys picked up something valuable from this video. If you're about to edge, if you feel like you're about to edge, if you're having lustful thoughts, brothers, I want you to come back to this video and really pay attention to the words that's coming out my mouth. Like, this is very serious, because I don't want you relapsing again. I don't want you to be 30 plus days in and you're relapsing. Now you got to start from day one. What's the point of building yourself up just to knock yourself back down? What's the point of that? That's basically what you're doing when you're edging. So brothers, if you learned something valuable, like the video, comment down below, share the video with a friend that may be edging, and subscribe if you're new, man. And listen, I'll catch you in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.